Hello everybody and welcome for today's stream of Squadbusters. We will have the developer Q&A in half an hour, a little bit less. And we're gonna play some games. We got there still the Pinata ongoing, which is pretty good. Since we now get another chance of some hero points. By the way, there were new offers for hero points in the shop. €5 each. I did purchase them both. And if you purchase them, don't forget to use code Stormi. These seemed alright. Last time we got their similar packages. But I'm hoping for some better ones in the future. So if you are still struggling, better wait for something in the future. So welcome everybody. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. We already got their Trogo as well as Katikeya, Anivella, welcome. Dade is here. East side, good morning. Asian Trees, welcome. Shredder Pro Gaming, hello everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. And welcome everybody there on TikTok and Twitch as well. That means we are again a little bit closer for some further things here with the Archer Queen. If we check her out, we need 7 further rewards, so we will be able to purchase the middle ones, is the current amount. We would need still 3 further ones. Actually, I want to go for the cheap ones, but there I would miss the tokens as this is glitched right now. But it's okay. Maybe they fix that soon. So let's jump into... yeah, warm-up game, 1-2 games, and then we talk anyway, as I'm curious. The squad live for me is at 11 PM, so late. In 20 minutes. Or Taylor Hop Day, isn't that the case? Am I too early? That would be a fail. 20 minutes or, let me check. Yeah, 20 minutes. And we should be able to get there some hero points. Australia, okay. 6:08 here. Here it is right now, 20 minutes before 3 PM. It's afternoon time. Didn't check my lineup. Oh, that bug with the multiple crabs I have to report as well. Forgot that. Is the bot right? Yeah. Oh, perfectly dodging. Perfectly dodging the bot. So how are you all doing, chat? Hope you're all doing good. Welcome everybody. 7:39 PM. That's an okay time, I would say. Sorry bro, get away there. It was my chest. Okay, this one he get. That was looking funny.
7 players remaining.
Hey, can't hoop. Oh, interesting, chat. Interesting. You know why? Because we got
6 players remaining.
the battle healer and the other supply of HP here. Heavy. So we got 2 guys supplying some HP to us. Curious how much the HP bar will fill up. So give me the battle healer. Gonna reroll. Nah. By the way, that should be right now the best way for you to farm your dailies as well. Do not lose any progress and get these in a very short amount of time. Okay, battle healer. Still no battle healer here. Actually, another full bot game. And that's a thing I don't really understand. Is it because of the trophies that no one is playing normal Champ Hunt? I mean, we take it. We take the free win. Hey, Alex Knight, welcome. Do you know how to recreate that AQ bug as the player? No, Sanjay. We tried it multiple times, like shooting it as a secondary shot in, so that you hit first the squaddy and the 3 arrows hit the archer, your hero. Not able to reproduce it. What do you think about Medic after the buff? Still using Poco? I'm still by far using Poco for 2 reasons. Medic is still supplying you with a flat heal, so no percentage heal. And it should be 30% more than in the past. In the past, it was 80 HP per second to all of your units. So 30% more should be, like, let's make it an even number, make it 30 more, that it would be 110 per second. Talking about mega units, average mega unit, which unit would you consider average from HP Wizard? He has 3100 HP. That means with 110 per second as a heal, it is just 3% of his HP healing each second. The Poco is healing you 10% with a unit elimination. And the Poco is healing you in that moment you need it, like when you're fighting. That's why I still think that Poco is better. That's one main thing. Yes, he is healing the additional units too, but that doesn't really matter because the additional units, if they die, you don't lose gems. Doesn't matter if they get healed or not, while it can still help you. So that is one part, Drogo. The other part is Poco is common and the Medic is rare. If you go for the squad league setup... Oh, hold on, mistakes made. Okay, lucky. Perfect. The other one is, if we go to our selection here, we can see Poco is common and Medic is rare. And for the common side, I'm using Trader, and if I would not use the Poco, well, there are not too many good units. We could go for a Crack for supplying us with coins. That could be good. And then one other unit. But in the rare side, Hawk Rider is good to use. Dynamite is good to use. Ice Wizard is also not to underestimate from the damage. Then we got Wizard and we got the Tank, which are insanely good to use. And with that, I would have to choose Medic as the third unit. Still would prefer the 2 other ones. So even though I would pick a Medic here, he would be my last rare pick. And I would have to leave one which might be stronger. That's why I think I'm going for the common healer. But what if we go for both? Like no cap. Because then we will have some aggressive heal when we are fighting and the passive heal on top. That could be actually working really good. I don't know. I didn't test it. But that's a thing we have to consider. It's not an or decision because they are from different rarities. And also what works, if you have your rares blocked, you can go for the Pam. Pam is healing you more HP per second, but not continuously, only for the duration of that healing turret. But with that, you can use her beside the Poco and get also some heal. So, in my opinion, yes, Medic is good to use. I prefer with my playstyle the Poco. But using them together would maybe even work with my playstyle as well. So it's... I think Medic is not bad balanced. 110, roughly 110 HP per second for all of your units is actually not too bad. Thanks for the gift. Which gift? Ah, yeah, Brian, you're welcome. Hopefully everything arrived perfectly there. Like, because Brian, you know why I did it there? Because I know what you have paid for it, but like, what was it? 10 euro for the DHL just for sending it over. That is no money where I earn something. That goes 100% to DHL. And you still have the high cost, so I was like, okay, I can give you some further. And the thank you card is standard, so this is nothing. And yeah, because I appreciate your support. And I don't have to earn money with that with you, Brother Brian. You're donating so much, I'm just happy that you do it, so don't worry about it. But at the end, DHL was there the winner. But it's good that it arrived, that's nice. And Poco, you get early, which is key sometimes. Yes, but there is one big issue, Trogo. When you fight a lot, as I am doing, it happens very often that I'm missing out either Trader or Poco from the common side, and then from this 2-minute mark, I'm not getting them anymore. And that can be deadly, that I'm either missing the potion from the Trader, the Mega Potion, or that I'm missing the healer. So that would be my idea now. Hey, if it is a medic, I can guaranteed pick that freaking Trader at the beginning. Don't have to worry about Poco because I have a backup healer in the rare section. So, actually, I really like how they designed the 2.0 version of this game. Because there are so many cool strategies and there are so many strategies we didn't even find out yet. Pretty sure about it. Thank you, Ramo, for the likes. Hey, welcome over there on TikTok. Hope you're doing good, broski. What? No one is collecting piñatas here, so we have to. Then let's go into the... What time is it? 10 minutes. We can go for one piñata party game. If someone wants to join. Not sure. Quick duo. Did you play scrims with this lineup? No. Didn't play scrims with this lineup. As right now, I would play some scrims, but not if everybody is playing a Royal King. Like, this is... I know I have some weak spots versus Royal King, but I can counter them, but I can't count the 9 of them. Hey, Sushi Broadstars, welcome, broski. How you doing? Alright, Prime is here, perfect. It is what it is, Ernst. Don't worry. You have been, for 90% of the season, the first spot. We were all witnessing that, brother. And you are the real winner. But on the other side, also, GG to Andy. Even though he might find the matches quicker, it's a hell of a grind to get there. So, we are fair sportsmen here. GG's. Good game from you all who are grinding in this squad league. Oh, but thank you guys for all being here. Appreciate your support. Curious what they're gonna talk about in today. I have no clue. Last time, we could ask questions before. This time I didn't ask any question. And I'm not sure how it is happening actually, since they're also gonna play some rounds. Not sure if they're gonna play with the death. I see Glass using Medic and Chicken summoning spell. It's make your summoning chicken permanent because of regen. Is very good for speed. That is very good for speed. That is the case. But you have to consider the hero he's using, my friend. But that's definitely a good combination to have these chickens permanent. So you have them permanent and you just go then for the respawn if they got shot down, right? If I understand it correct. Maybe tapping it so fast that it auto-aims to the enemy squad hero. The AQ bug, no. This is... Then it would not be a bug if you mean that you just store 3 arrows, which a bot potentially can do, since he might has the Archer Queen maxed, you know. Then for sure you're one-shotting the hero. But it is even one-shotting the hero. I just saw another report of another creator this morning, and he got shot like... To give you an idea where it was happening. It was here bottom left side of the map. And here was the player on my position. The bot was here. So they were a few tiles away from each other and the Archer Queen was one-shotting him. And that's definitely a bug. But how could that bot trigger it? No one knows. It's a miracle. Can I play a game with you? If we can go for some duels today. Yeah, why not? But I want to listen in a couple of minutes the dev talk. and react with it together with you, and make our guesses and see what they are talking about. If they are only playing and not really talking, then we could play duos, and then I will go watch it afterwards sometimes. So you see, if I just tap quickly with the first arrow, the other player is getting pushed away, and then the second arrow is not hitting. So I don't know how the bot is able to do that. Classical bug. Yeah, was the damage pretty high? Was it in range? I don't know. We had the potion ready. Potion, maybe. I thought one thing. What if the potion is glitched? That it is not boosting your squaddy power, but it still boosts your hero power. Because then you would do 50% more damage. But I don't know. I just hope they fix that issue quickly, because for tournaments that would be not good. Yo, Cobra, welcome. How you doing? Stormi, I will push to 1 global in June. Really, Jimmy? Oh, then I'm crossing my fingers for you. Good luck with that. It's gonna be a hard one. How are you doing? Actually, today kinda a dark day, but now being here with you, I'm feeling happy again. Like today, actually, really dark day. I had an idea to stream tomorrow, chat. I'm not sure. Maybe you can give your opinion about that idea. My plan was to start tomorrow morning, somewhere at 10, and start all over on a new account and just see how far we can get on that first day. And to see how the game is now feeling if you would start to play the game right now, you know? Would that be a good idea, or you think, nah, not worth to do? Like, I kind of like the idea. I've started to upgrade the Mortis and the Queen. Why not Mr. A? Why not Mr. A? Really? Like, if it at the end of the day it comes... Yeah, he means Mortis. At the end of the day it comes to our... Like, when we're having fun. And if we have or enjoy playing bows, why not level bows? So what do you think of that idea of trying over again and doing that in a stream? I have 13k hero points saved. I want to see the new hero. Interesting, yeah. Jimmy, I'm Chris from Scrims. Remember me? We're both from Cyprus. Ah, he's also from Cyprus. That's nice to know. Good luck, definitely, Jimmy. Jimmy, you know I'm now at top 2 global, beaten by Andy. He's not sleeping. What an insane grind. Like he plays Squadbusters as his job. Yeah. Hey, Stormi, how many hero points from Pinata so far? I don't know, 90s kid. I don't know, I didn't count them together. I have to plan to do that. But since today is not a too good day, I was not feeling to count it right before the stream. But for me, Archer Queen and Mortis is the most enjoyable heroes. That's for me the same, yeah. I know that Royal King is the best one, or can be considered the best one if you consider the most consistent guy bringing you to a top position. I agree to that. And that shows once more again how well balanced those heroes are. Mortis is more fun to use than Royal King. Yeah, Lucas. 100%. Redemann. 100%, brother. Would you remember at the end of June if I actually do it? Yes, Jimmy. I mean, I also remember, like, Ernst is here frequently. For sure, we are talking about that grind and seeing how it is going. We are cheering up for the first guys who are here in the stream, brother. We are one community. We are supporting each other, for sure, Jimmy. And if your plan is to grind it, we will support you. But Royal King still isn't balanced unless Potions gets nerfed. Yeah, Potion would hurt the Royal King a bit more than the other ones. In scrims you can enjoy Roll King, but in Squad League it's just painful. For me it would also not be too enjoyable in scrims. Like scrims in general is pretty stressful. They said we would earn up to 1,300, but I got 1,800. Some got even more, some even less. How come they launched event like this? I don't know, 90s kid, but at the other side, did you ever complain about the outcome of piñatas? Like, the piñatas were giving us different rewards every time they have been there every weekend. So, it's nothing to start to complain about now. In the past, you could get more multiplayers than another player, you know? Which has the most value in the old version of the piñata or in the standard piñata. So, I don't like the fact that it is like that. In a special first anniversary event, if a player maxes out any piñata, another one does that, they should get the same rewards. My opinion about it. I think it is glitched. I got the hero points from the shop using code Stormi, of course. Oh, thank you, Mr. A. Appreciate it. So if you want to purchase these offers in the shop, don't forget to use code Stormi, entering right on the right side here in the shop. Guys, I think we have to check it out. As they are early. Turning my music up. Not sure if it's too loud. I will decrease the volume a little bit. So guys, what do you think we're gonna see here today? I'm crazy. It's the first time it's called like a dev talk. Isn't it? Squad Live, free hero points developer Q&A. So far it was the community manager Q&A. Are we gonna see a developer? I hope so. What is this strong in Squad League because you have the proactivity to fight tactically thanks to your naturally higher speed, yeah. And the higher speed makes him more enjoyable for me. Because from the drop of your box, you are fast. Fully high quality. Why we have to change it 2 times, I don't know. Hey Xenon, how you doing? Welcome. I hate how there is a cooldown for piñatas when I finished my pass. Yes, but this is okay. We have endless grind Tyler with the normal matches. I could remove potion from Squad League and make trade a healer? Nah. That is not good. You know what would help? Reducing one of the 3 things he's boosting. Either attack speed removed, or you have to choose 2. So he's giving you attack speed, movement speed, and damage reduction. The damage reduction is, in my opinion, the thing which is too OP. Alright, Sensei, have a good one. Good luck. Without potion, Royal King is basically irrelevant. Yeah, but if one thing would be removed, it would be still fine, right? I say 20% damage reduction, yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to
You have sound delay. Fixed it. He's legendary, yes. And he's playing in South Asian server.
Tonight.
And
where
yeah,
less
taking the
players
chance
were
to
somewhat.
say thank you for everyone who's
Good
been
luck,
here
Jimmy.
with
Good luck.
us since the beginning, or you know, since
Yeah, dude, it will be
anytime, but
toxic.
thank you
That
so
is
much for
often the
support,
case.
Because yeah, without you, we wouldn't be here.
It's true. It's really true. And thank you for being here, especially on the Squad Live, because tonight's a really, really unique one. So in a little bit, we
Really,
are
developer?
about to open up the stream for all of you to join us to play some Squad Busters matches, get some free hero points, and in a little while, we're also going to have one of the OG devs. Like, I'm talking the godfather of Squad here to answer some of the questions that you guys asked on social media. So it is like maybe one of the best Squad Lives we've ever had.
I think so.
I'm so hyped.
Definitely.
Are you guys ready? Are you ready, chat? I see many people in the chat. I want to say hi to Bailey and Evie. I don't know if you guys are online. Mr. Tigran, welcome. Yushiro, welcome. Draco is in the chat. Thank you, moderators, and everybody that has supported us. Every single squad live. Junkyard Dog. Many, many others. If I don't say your name, here's a heart for you. We love you. Well then, shall we jump into the matches?
Yes.
They will play some
Okay,
matches.
let's do this.
Oh, there's a QR code,
Where am
chat.
I at? Oh, amazing.
Let me see.
I think it might be my phone. Give me a second here, guys. Technical
It
challenges.
worked.
Let me just hold on. I have to open it at the PC. I will just scan the QR code and then we are back. If they are playing some matches, we actually could go for... What should we go for? Should we play some matches as well? Because they're not answering any questions then. Yo, our code is not getting scanned. Somehow I can't open it. That's sad, chat. That's sad. I will try it with my mobile device.
Yeah.
So a lot of Archer Queens in the chat. Some Barb Kings, some Mortis.
Mortis.
Pretty good split. Pretty
Yeah,
good split.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool.
So
Let's
let's get into our
so
first match
sad
here. I'm going to
today?
open up a lobby. And really, the way we're going to do this is...
Can you invite me first?
Yes, yes I can. I am going to invite my amiga, Paula.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to open it up. First come, first serve. Whoever joins first gets in the match. And then I'm going to drop out and spectate Paula, who's going to play the first match. And whoever wins...
Are you not gonna play?
No, because I'd rather have someone else play, right? Letting a ninth audience member?
But then,
Well, do I need to make you the...
yeah.
You want to be the party lead then and invite
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, or we can. I don't know. Maybe we can play both of us with them,
Okay.
and then. Well, I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever is-
Sure.
is better.
Let's do it. Join up, chat. Join.
Just
Bro, I
opening the,
never understand
game
how
on my
they
other
can scan it
device.
so
Yeah,
fast,
yeah.
dude.
I think they're just ready with their phones.
Yeah,
All right, was I
legit.
muted? Maybe.
Okay, I
It's
think
full
we're
already,
full.
no?
Shall we do it?
Uy.
Boom. Round number 1 of the Squadiversary. Who is going to win?
I need some piñata sticks, so this is actually good.
Oi.
It must
Is it the
be-
cable?
It's a cable, I
Oh,
think.
no.
Now it's on again.
Okay, I'm going to try to keep
the
it still as
cable
possible.
issue.
There we go. That works.
You know, playing on stream is the hardest thing ever.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Why is it hard for you?
It is hard because, well, mostly because usually people tend to focus on, like, you know, on killing you, like killing the streamer. and yeah, it's just.
Paula
it's
having the
just super
same
hardcore.
issue.
I
And
know.
then yeah, and then
300 hero
everyone
points, I only
thinks
got
that
200.
I play so badly because.
It should be okay,
But,
Xenon.
Yeah, let's see you try.
All right,
It's-
go for
it's
it, Cobra. If I
talking
would join,
and
it would not
streaming
work.
and looking at the chat and playing. That's easy.
But online mirroring gives you the delay.
Super hard.
So the sound is
I always
delayed.
struggled with that when I used to stream on my own. Oh my gosh, who
Is
is
Cobra
this?
here?
And finally, I just gave up on being good. It's like, I'm just gonna be stupid and silly.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But the overlay is so
Bro, get outta
cool.
here. Oh,
Like,
no, I'm
how
surrounded.
cool is
Oh
that?
no, I'm surrounded. Oh no, I'm surrounded.
I don't know.
They are spinning around. It's first anniversary.
They spared me.
Oscar is in the game.
You're
Tom is
third?
here. That's a guy
not
who
anymore.
joined some games of us
No,
as
it's
well.
second.
Funny.
Not anymore.
Get away, get away, get away. Dude, you're right. They immediately came to find me, and now they're dunking on my.
Guys, I think we can play some games as well. To reconnect. Since right now there is no developer there, we're gonna tune in again when the developer is there. Or, shit, how should we do it? I will leave the stream open on PC and we can immediately join back. Because I have to also collect some piñatas. And just playing, isn't it? Yeah, then we gonna like yeah, but Xenon, I wanted to see like the developer interview, the part. Let's go for a duo. Because you would be down, or No, he's in the other game. I will open it public, so no worries.
Squad Busters!
Also need to increase gold because it's so low. Nah, Ryzen, the gold is fine. They just give you with that event the free mortis worth 150,000 coins. Alright. Team up. There we go. Need quality of life update like layouts to move buttons around. Yeah, Ryzen, I would love to see that. Chad, I asked you that as well, but is it possible to move your or customize your HUD in... Oh, someone left. Is it possible for you to customize your HUD so the buttons in Brawl Stars? Or we can turn on the music again. I have the stream open in parallel. I don't know when the Q&A part will be, but I have the stream myself open beside your chat. So I will be able to switch back immediately on the iPad. I don't know, Trogo, but it's nice that they are interviewing like the godfather of Squadbusters. That's interesting to hear. Thank you guys for the support. We officially have hit 2,000 subscribers in the month of May, which is a new personal best. That is so crazy. Thank you so much. Like, this would be not possible without you.
Traitor. Fusion. Leon. Fusion.
Still a long way for the 100k, but we are going there. It's a matter of time, chat.
Leon. Mega. Traitor. Mega.
Supposed to do more damage versus the Pinatas after the update as well, right? Or am I wrong? Dunno. Yeah, the potion is dropping way too often, maybe. Nah, but if it drops just less often, it will be the same issue. Even more crazy, because those guys who perfectly time it will win the fights then more often. Could be part of the skill, but only depending from one item in game. Don't like it. Oh, Rachel, thank you for becoming member. Appreciate it. 5 months already. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you. Hearts in the chat for Rachel. So, Angry Viewers, see, there are no real guys here. Has to be depending somehow on the trophies. Out of 2 games. The teddy bear could tank this so much. That's actually crazy.
Nice move.
HP of the gigantic crab and the teddy bear of Nida.
Archer. Fusion. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it.
Teammate needs backup. Archer. Mega. Nice.
Yeah, the attack speed boost comes on top. Like, did you see how fast we were attacking there? We completely shredding with that potion.
Dynamite. Teammate under attack. Dynamite.
Somehow bots completely lose the focus for the middle there. But that was not a real one. So I would guess like that the death is coming in that half. So in 20, around 20 minutes, 18 minutes.
Final stretch.
Guess there gonna be another pinata spawning. Lol, we have 140 pinata sticks.
Crushing it. Protect your team.
And now the bots are coming to the middle.
10, 9, 8, 7,
That's 165 pinata sticks. That's a lot, chat.
3, 2, 1.
GG's. W Rachel, yeah, 100% W.
Alliance of Champions.
W. I hope someone will ask the devs when the June's update will be. They won't answer most likely. Would be nice to get an information about it. I don't know when the June update will be either. But guys, what are your guesses? When will be the June update? My casual guess is again through the middle of the month. So either 10th or 17th. Yeah, 17. Hoping for the 10th actually, but most likely 17th. I don't know. Middle, I guess. Yeah, it's like middle. So I would guess. Let's be optimistic. 10th of June. Let's be optimistic, chat. And no, I don't know the date yet. Alright, a few more. No, we have enough already. Let's see. Crossing my fingers for you that you get a lot of hero points. Let's see what we are getting here today. No way, 150.
Pinata time.
Oh there, that's fine. Oh my god, again 200, that's 350. This account is broken, I tell you. Can we get some more? Out here, maybe in the last. Come on. 500? No, but it's fine. Oh, 300! They said they already recorded the squad talk. Really? Then it is happening soon. Because you know why, Cobra? They are recording the squad talk not far away from the update to not, you know, at every update there are some uncertainties. Where it could happen. Do they have to cancel this feature this time? Maybe a bug. So they are waiting with those records till very end. If they already recorded it, it could happen. Okay, the 3rd is next week, but it could happen on the 10th. Yeah, we are already in June. I'm stupid. Hello, Popsy. Welcome. I can open it in the background.
That is not
Sound.
how things were supposed to happen, guys. The CMs.
This group wasn't that, you know, nice.
Yes.
Alright, good luck, Cobra, for the scrims.
There they. Arena.
So we got again
The thing is
650 hero points today, chat.
you play with
So we got definitely more in that event as well.
Sometimes I do think it's
We got
quite
yesterday
strong,
and
but
today
I don't-
together
I don't know if maybe we should ask
alone,
Jonas
like.
if it's on, if it needs
True,
a-
true. Make
needs,
sure to ask the question.
What do you
to
think?
Jonas. I don't know. I played trader and I didn't feel in such an advantage. Like yeah, it's nice. I play him with Royal King,
Okay.
but like, I mean, it's a nice strategy, but I didn't feel like I was like, you know, OP.
Yeah, 30 coins is a lot to get.
But yeah, they say they're super OP, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I see that quite a bit in
Yeah.
socials. So you guys were extremely good on that last one and clapped us like no problem. So maybe don't do that again, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it.
We have a new QR code for the ones who, you know, missed the QR code to enter the match. We have a new one every time.
Yes.
So don't worry.
Yes, and if you just
All right.
just please hold off and let other people join. That would be amazing.
I think I'm inviting you by accident.
Oh, that worked.
Thanks for letting me play a game with you. You're welcome, Sushi. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh no, we are full. Like we already have the max. I can play a squad league game or normal gem hunt. Okay, Rock did join, so we're going for one more. Fair point. I don't want to kick him out. Du wolltest mich doch annehmen, weil du mich früher gelöscht hast. Simo, was ist denn deine... Ja, ich sehe den Chat noch. Ich muss jetzt nur erst die Runde starten, ansonsten kommt der alleine rein und das wäre doof. Aber lass mich nach der Runde nochmal checken. Wie ist denn dein Ingame-Name? Dann kann ich checken. Ich habe irgendwie 30 Requests. Very nice, Drogo. Do you know any words in Greek? Two former colleagues from me have been this week in Greek on vacation for 1 week. They asked me to come as well, but not possible. Tech, alles Klärchen. Ja, den Namen erinnere ich mich dran. Weil Tech ist auch einer vom PUBG-Team. Also von den Ansprechpartnern im Hintergrund.
Collect gems to win.
Alright. Kalimera. Yeah.
Trader. Fusion.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. This time we have a reel or 2 reels here. Funny thing is we already at max value. Now we meet some guys. Is this connected?
Leon. Fusion. Leon. Mega.
But the fact that they already recorded the dev talk is really telling me that the update might happen really soon. Okay. By blocking off the chest.
Colt. Colt. Fusion.
I'm dead. GG's. But we can come back this, no problems. I'm gonna choose the units which have been fused already. I won't be able to do something if I don't get help there in the middle. But if my teammate can farm some lead, that would be nice.
Colt. Mega.
I can't do something. The tank is completely stunning me off. Yeah, kill me. Gonna respawn. It's fine. This one.
2 minutes left.
Was hoping there for lean.
Respawn.
But no worries. We're gonna get him.
Leon. Wizard. Fusion. Wizard.
We're just not possible for us to get there in time with a potion ready.
Three teams remaining. Heavy.
Let's see. Maybe we can do something with our teammates.
Heavy. Fusion. Final stretch. Mega. Eternal Rush. Mega. Teammate needs backup. Crushing it. Teammate defeated. Battle healer. 30 seconds. Fusion. Your teammate is back.
I couldn't get my potion. This tank was stunning me there. Oh, I hate it when that happens. He died there. GG's. Almost got them.
3,
GG's, we take it.
2, team busted. Almost there,
Alright,
team.
Angry, see you.
Fight.
I almost got them there. Almost got them there. But did you see the tank in that slim way? I couldn't move around. That was the issue there, but GG's. Archer Queen over Mortis, yeah, since I have leveled her, Chris. That's the simple reason. And kinda with that snipe shot, I prefer her as well. But from the speed, I would prefer definitely the other one. Like the Mortis.
Common.
You better have the right answer. Otherwise, jail.
I don't know, because all of them had like something that was like nice. I really like when we removed content that, you know, players overall didn't like megas and keys. I was like,
Yeah.
you don't like megas and keys? We don't have megas and keys anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that, but I think it was the Ice World update was really fun. And I remember now, Transformers.
Sure.
Yeah, Transformers
Yeah, that was
was
crazy.
so cool.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Transformers
the
update was
first-
indeed nice.
Collab that Supercell had ever done, or did Brawl do some other ones before that?
I think didn't Brawl do SpongeBob?
Was it SpongeBob before that?
Yeah.
It may have been.
I think so.
Okay.
Because it was last summer.
Wait, use B power and wizard equals OP. Yeah, I can see that. Definitely nice, Faisal. But I'm preferring this strategy, brother. Alright, let's check out the friend request. You may have to send it again, Tech. Oh no, there it is. Lucky. Let me check my lineup. Not that I have the false one here. Like for me, the B abilities still have pretty high cooldown, and then I can't fire that in with the lean passive, you know. Can you accept my friend request? It was at the bottom left. So yeah, I will accept it. Do you know about metas, or are they just playing sometimes? Do they know? They are playing sometimes.
Collect gems to win.
They for sure know also about meta and see the complaints of the people out there, like which one is OP, which one. But they are not like grinding every day for 5 hours. For sure, they don't know every mechanic.
Leon, fusion. Leon, mega.
Hey,
Trader. Trader, fusion.
I can't move again.
Trader.
Then we are moving. Oh, this is a high ping one. At that moment, I was not moving anymore even.
Trader. Mega. 8 players remaining. Nice. 7 players remaining.
That's an absolute laggy game here.
Dominance. 6 players remaining.
Don't know why it was that laggy at the beginning. Now it feels better.
5 players remaining. 4 players remaining.
Green world issue.
3 players remaining. 2 minutes.
Green world issue, chat. No coins here.
Poco. Fusion. Trader.
When did we lose the trader before there? I was not even fighting. I don't know. Miracle. No chance here in this one.
Final stretch. B. Gem mine open.
I was hoping there to get the potion. But then, of course, the man himself, the trader, left us. We are not getting him again.
I'll go. 30 seconds left.
Now we would have him, but no coins left.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
GG's, we take the third one.
4,
No chance.
2,
That fight in the beginning where we were lagging, not good.
finish.
Yeah.
Is broken, dude.
Oh, someone is about to get busted. Hacker, run for your life! Run! No! Class, no! No! Don't!
That's messed up, Class.
Hacker,
That
run!
is messed up.
You should punch! Ah! Ah.
Class versus who's left? Ideal Stack, okay,
Zico.
and Siko.
Claire's playing the Road King.
GG's. Oh, I can't see who took first place.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, but it looked like
Don't want to be rude or anything, but they aren't playing that good. Yeah, they are the community managers. It's not their job to play the game every day, brother.
Comment.
Thank you. Okay, cool, cool.
I don't know what
Welcome, Murtlow. Well, I think being that it's about 4:30, we could start the Q&A now.
Is it time?
Is it time for the Q&A? Are you guys ready?
I
Let's
knew
jump
it.
into it. Archer Queen.
I 1 HP.
Oh,
Then Mr. Jonas, the GOAT himself. What's up, Jonas? How are you, buddy?
Hey,
That's
yeah,
a
thanks
cool
for inviting me to
guy.
the live stream. Man, those are some cool games. I never get tired of watching you guys play this. So
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And just so you guys know, the man that you are witnessing right now has probably been around with Squad and helping develop Squad the longest out of anybody on the team. Would you say that's accurate, Jonas?
yeah, Drogo.
oh yeah, I'm
That's
one of
right.
the original 3 guys who came
That's
up
good
with
that
like,
they are
not
no
even
trainers.
just Squad Busters, but the prototype of the game we killed to make Squad Busters. So I've been through the whole thing.
Amazing, amazing. And still faithful to the game, still helping to contribute. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us, Jonas.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, maybe I should give a bit of my background to.
Yeah, please do.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, my name's Jonas Claros. I've been in Supercell now for about 12 years.
Whoa.
I actually started working as a server engineer in Clash of Clans. I joined about like 6 months after the global launch. And
That's
I
a
worked
very
on
long
Clash for about
time.
5 years. I, took on some more responsibilities with the community, with game design, with events. And eventually, I transitioned to Supercell's new game space as a full-time game designer. That was sort of my big ambition. And I worked on a couple projects, and eventually, as I mentioned, we started working on Squad. So I was part of that original trio. It's been about, it's around 5 years now, actually, since the very, very first versions of Squad were being played in the company. So it's been a very long journey.
Whoa.
Amazing. Sorry, as you were talking, our camera froze all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was wondering if you just like went really deadpan or something all of a sudden.
You just blew our minds
Yeah,
so
wow.
much.
Yeah.
that
It's
we
actually
couldn't-
pretty crazy that you started as a server engineer. Like I only learned that recently, kind of like a few months ago, and I was like, wow, like that's crazy. I would have never thought.
Well, I learned this from you, Paula, that you were working on like QA and other stuff. You have some dev chops too yourself, so I guess we come from all places.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Let's see if we can show up again.
Sorry, guys.
No, they can't
bear
show up.
with
They
us while we
would
fix
need to
some of
use
the
the virtual
technical
camera.
glitches.
But Edwin
Someone
knows that.
asked if our hair is related.
Ah,
I knew.
no, but I do think that long curly hair is like the secret superpower behind like Squad. I think it's been from the start. So
Yeah.
I think we are kind of hair twins somehow.
The curly long hairs is the
Oh,
goal.
well, that's
then I
a
will
little
be never
bit
good in
buggy, but
Squad
we're gonna use
Busters.
that camera for now and just hope for the best. So, Jonas,
First, no
we asked
curly
on
hairs
socials a
and
bunch of
no
questions
hairs at all
to
left.
our players, and some of the questions that came back, I'm gonna share with you now, and hopefully we can get some really cool answers. So, the first question that we pulled was, will characters from Moko be added to Squad in the future?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, please.
So I mean, it's always like a big question
Yeah,
in
Sushi,
Squad. What are going to be
it will
the
make
next
a revival. It
characters
is
we
already
add now? What are
doing.
going to be the next heroes that we add? I think with Moko, you know, we've actually been okay. First of all, I'm not promising anything, but you know, when we talked about this in the team, it's kind of struck us that Moko is kind of there's a lot of cool units there that would make for a really nice world. Whereas like the avatar you have is a bit general purpose. It can go in many directions, so it's kind of hard to think of
the
like
world, a
bringing the
monster's world
player's
from Moko
avatar
would be
into the
insane.
game. But there's so many cool pieces there that it almost seems like a shoe-in for a world. Like I said, no promises. Also, there's some interesting things, like for example, the editor that was used to make Moko was originally the editor that we made for Squad. So there's a lot of similarities there. But yeah, I can't say that it will happen, but I know it's been talked about. We've talked about it a lot in the team because it has such a cool style.
Yeah, nice. Hopefully one day, chat. Hopefully one day.
We want Luna.
So, since you've been on Squad for so many years now, what were the earliest prototypes of Squad like? How far have we, has the game come from then until now?
Yeah, it's that's an interesting question. It's like, you know, without going into even like the prehistory of Squad, the first versions of Squad actually, you know, in many ways they were very similar. I mentioned this sort of goes all the way back to early 2020. This is when we had the first
It's actually
versions of
crazy.
Squad, and already back then there was like a lot of very similar things.
Moko is
to the
hard to
core.
come to Squad
There was
Busters,
10
and actually
players,
not
4
as a world.
minutes,
World is
you
easy.
fight monsters, get loot, open chests, grow your squad. You fight for gems. If you get busted, you're out. So that was all the same. But there was a lot of other details that were quite different. So, for example, there was no turbo. Turbo instead was a spell, and spells you actually couldn't throw. So you just we only had spells you could use in place. There were no fusions. There were no vines. So the game just kind of like 3, 2, 1 ended at some point, which was a bit weird. There were no custom bosses with special attacks. There was no gem mine, no modifiers.
Okay.
And characters had one ability. So, but probably I would say like the biggest difference that I can think of in terms of like the actual like moment to moment experience is that, and by the way, if any of you guys were in the beta 1, you probably got to experience this. The cost of the chests was much like it scaled up much more aggressively to like hundreds of coins.
Yeah.
And there was this gameplay that very quickly you would max out your squad and you couldn't grow it anymore. So now that's been made quite different so that it's a lot more friendly to squad building. You can sort of keep that going as long as you like.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen a lot of transformation over the years, so that's
Definitely.
Awesome.
That sounds
which
crazy.
character or mechanic went through the most revisions, if you can even think of one? Of all the characters, it could be a squaddie, it could be a hero.
You guys posted a meme to our team chat at some point about Heavy. I think he kind of takes the crown there. Like he started off as a character that buffed ranged attackers, which now became Archer Queen's skill. We felt it kind of like made more sense, and there was a parody with Barbarian King, and then we removed him from the soft launch, and then we brought him back in the global launch, and then he had a different power, which was that he would shoot faster.
Sorry for laughing, but it's Heavy. Heavy is.
And then we
bad.
changed him again with the Heroes update because that didn't quite make sense anymore with like the moving while attacking. So now he buffs ranged squaddies health or hot shots health. So I think Heavy probably takes the crown there. He's really been through the ringer.
Yeah, I feel like Heavy was always somebody I would skip on in matches. Just like, I'm not playing with Heavy.
Yeah,
guy.
no skipping them as
Seems
well.
to be in a good place now.
So if he maybe gets another buff,
okay,
who
so
knows?
out of all the updates you've done since the game was globally launched, which one was your favorite?
Funny that
So
I was
listening to your
asking that
guys'
question
response.
yesterday on
I
my
think-
channel.
I think
That's
you guys had some
actually
good ones.
some honor. I know
Transformers
you're
update being
watching.
the first
Nice.
collab, that was great. The Heroes update was like probably one of the craziest things I've done in my whole career here. I really liked Hatchling's Run. I think that was like the first time I really got the chance to like feel what Squad is like as a co-op PvE game, and I quite enjoyed that. It's
You need
maybe
more
a weird
co-op.
answer for me, and maybe this is just more of my own personal experience. For me, it's something about the lava world, actually. Maybe it's because on the run up to the global launch, we had like a very strict, like a very detailed content plan, and it kind of ended around Ice World, Lava World, and Lava World was a bit open. So this was one we sort of had to do on the fly, and there was just something about the visuals, the music, the NPCs. There was a ton of NPCs there. We had the minion
Yeah.
swarms. It's sort of like I felt like it really brought up this certain level of like franticness and in the game that I really liked. It's
Lava
maybe
World
just
is
like
the best
a
one.
sentimental thing, but for me, Lava World just like, it has a certain a certain something, a certain look and feel that I always was quite tickled by.
Yeah, for sure. In Lava World, I feel like most of Squad is very like cute and sweet, but Lava World's like really gritty
Lava World
and
is,
like
is the
metal.
best world in my
Yeah,
opinion as
I
well.
love Lava World. Like it's a bit harder than the other walls, but like it's like
Spooky
the
has a
challenge
little
is
bit too
nice,
many
and also
stuns and
yeah,
things,
it's just
but
so
Lava
many
World
little
is the most
things.
fun.
I love it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, a question we've been getting a lot on socials, and we got it in the chat tonight as well, was
Mhm.
when will the Trader Potion be nerfed?
Yeah, you guys are still, man. The Trader Potion, it used to be a lot worse. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I,
50% more
for this
damage.
one, for Trader, we were in kind of like a bit of a wait and see mode because he was one of these units that like totally changed. He was a unit that was also super strong before the Heroes update. He was basically one of these win conditions you could use, that if you had a good Trader comp, you
Yeah.
could just sort of farm gems out in the corner, you could win that way. And we had to sort of reevaluate that sort of ability because we didn't want anymore to have this thing, like for example, Trader was by the tech, it was banned in Showdown because gems didn't make sense in Showdown, and we
Yeah.
felt like, yeah, every single character should work in every single mode. This will
Oh,
make things
that's
a
a
lot
very
easier
that's a very
when we
good thing.
explore
I
game
didn't think
modes.
of that.
So we still wanted to keep him very powerful, and this notion of dropping the Mega Potion was like, okay, this is a way that he could still be like very
That's why we
strong,
don't have Bandit
but
there.
at the same time, kind of like tethered to the economy gameplay. He synergizes very well with Royal King, of course. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting that there's this feeling that it's super strong. When we look at the usage statistics, he's actually not really on the top, but this is still
No.
something that I think we can evaluate because he does a lot of things. Like he gives you a speed buff,
Yeah.
gives you attack speed buff. He no longer gives you a damage buff, so we did kind of nerf him a little bit, but I think maybe there's something to be done in terms of like the frequency. Like I've seen comments about like uptime, right? I think maybe there's something valid about that. Like if you can get these, like people figured out these compositions where you can just be getting coins so many times, you basically always have a Trader Potion. So
Yeah.
maybe that's something that
That's
we can be looked
definitely a
at.
mechanic.
But that said, like the Mega Potion should be pretty punchy, and
Nice.
also we want to make the Trader Mega Potion the same as the Mega Potion in Showdown,
For
to sort
sure.
of make things consistent.
Hey, that is
So if we nerf the
actually some
potion
nice
for
background
Trader, we're also
info they
nerfing
are
the
getting,
potion for
giving
Showdown.
us here.
So maybe the frequency is something we can look at. But this is stuff for
You know why
for
this
future
is
balancing patches.
huge?
Maybe I should
Now
start playing
that we can
Trader.
play every unit in every mode,
If it's so
It's fun.
broken.
It's fun. I like playing Trader. There's also this
I'm
weird
pretty
gameplay
sure
that
that's
he drops
also
the
like a
potion and you have to go
fundament
get
of
it
future
sometimes.
modes.
So sometimes he drops the
Like
potion
that
where
they
you don't
will
want it to.
be able to
Yeah.
use
maybe
every unit in every mode
lower
that's coming.
frequency would be a bit more of a nerf than it seems
Yeah.
like.
And someone else can pick up the potion, right? Yeah, after a few seconds. Can they?
I'm sure about that. I think it might be.
Yes.
Be hidden.
I think I've stolen
Hey,
others' potions.
Okay, maybe you can correct me. I don't know if that
Yeah.
if
We're
you
just
guys
gonna-
are aware of
gonna-
Oh,
that.
Class says yes, they can.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh, they can. Okay,
the law
okay.
now.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
Okay.
Very
So pick
cool.
up your Trader potions. Don't let other guys grab
But
them.
I think it's just like the gems when like I think in duo, yeah, the duo gems, like so the gems from your duo, it takes some time until you can actually pick them up. I think it has the same kind of cooldown.
Yeah, I think
Oh
so
yeah,
as well.
yeah. That's a good point. This is actually something that's like across the board in Squad. We added it actually a little bit of time after the global launch. So anything that gets dropped, chicken drops the boots. There's always this like little bit of time that you're the only person who can grab it.
That's good
But then
actually.
if you don't grab it, it's like a couple
Because
seconds.
otherwise,
It's a
Yeah.
if
decent
you
amount
would
of time,
drop
then
a
it sort of
potion and
becomes
everybody
open to
could
other
take it
people. And
instant,
that's just to keep it from being like confusing. Like
no
Yeah.
need
why
to
can't I
take a
get these
trader,
gems,
just
right?
steal it from the enemy
Well,
with
just-
higher
just
damage
because somebody
slots.
else dropped them.
Yeah,
Makes
that's a
sense.
strategy. Go and steal some traders' potions.
You know, but I appreciate that. You've given like invincibility frames, if you will, where we're like safe from someone
Just to
else
the loot.
snatching it.
That's the only thing that's safe, I guess, is the
Yeah.
loot.
So outside of Squad and Supercell games and all that, what are your favorite games to play just on your own? It could be board games, it could be mobile games, or anything.
I guess that's interesting question. I always
League
feel
of
like
Legends?
I'm such a nerd. I'm like dating myself when I say this, but one of the games that I play the
Dota?
most often is Tetris. Like, yeah, I know, but
Wow.
it's one of these games that for me it's almost like one of these like brain training things. Like I like playing Tetris every weekend just to sort of see where my head is at because it touches so many things. It's like reaction time. It's problem solving. It's like how you're able to read ahead. I like doing competitive Tetris. Like for me, it's and maybe it makes sense. Like Tetris is one of these really flow state games, right? And Squad is like a super flow state game. There's something about these kind of flow state games that I like.
I
Otherwise,
would never
I'm
guess
always
that, me
looking out
neither. But
for
there are
good co-op games
competitions
to
for these
play
games.
with my sister, with my partner. So
Like seeing
I
those
do like co-op
competitions where
experiences
they're touching the back
quite a
of the
bit.
controller,
Though I
like
dip a
to
bit more into the
turn the
indie realm for that, just
the
because I
things
feel like a lot of
faster.
the big titles that are out there, they require a lot of time, and it can be hard to make that time sometimes.
Yeah.
So some people in the chat were saying that they also love Tetris.
It's a classic.
Good. Yeah, my
Yeah.
Tetris people, they're being represented. Awesome. Yeah. Hope there's something there that you like. This sort of like, oh, I have to
Tetris
pay
minigame
attention to
needed
what I'm
in
doing now, but I also
Squadbusters.
need to be thinking 5-10 seconds ahead to see what's going on. Like, I think there's something there. There's also something there in like a game I played a lot during development of Squad was Spelunky 2. That was another one of these games that's sort of like there's this improvisational gameplay to it that I really like, and things can sort of chain react in a way that's hard to predict. So I really love those sorts of games.
Are you one of those Tetris players that has like the white gloves and you do the
Yeah.
like, finger rolling on the controller?
You actually know about the rolling.
Exactly,
I know
that's what
about
I
it.
mean.
I know.
No. That's that. I think my carpal tunnel hands can't
I
handle
didn't
that.
know about that. I didn't know that was
Oh
a thing.
my gosh.
You
There's a
have no
lot of
idea how
Tetris tech.
Tetris well goes.
I told you guys that is a thing.
Look, I made
That was some
it fun, but I didn't
channeling
realize
channeling with
Tetris mode
everything.
in Squadbusters. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know how that would look like, but sure.
could you imagine that? Okay, mind blown.
I can't really.
That'd be crazy.
But that would be cool.
So one of the recurring questions we get
Can you scan a
on
code
socials
from
and on
one
these
device?
streams, Jonas, is
I did
will we
from my
ever
other
get
device. Do
customizable
not miss them.
lineups in all modes?
Oh yeah, good question.
Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting question because I mean, even within the team, I think there's a bit of a split opinion on this. Some people in the team, they really want the custom lineups in every mode. They want everything to be totally planned out.
The disadvantage
But
is
then
with
there are
new
some people in the
players
team
which
that's
not
like,
unlocked
you know,
all.
I like more the improvisational gameplay. I like not having to think too deeply about
That's
things.
the issue with
things
that,
being
and we all
changed.
forgot about it because we are that
I
far.
think probably this is going to have to be something that comes to like what are going to be the next generation of game modes, which is something we've been thinking about a lot. So if you look at like the last update that we did, we had to move pretty fast on it because the game was live, and the Heroes update sort of didn't leave enough room to touch a lot of the game modes. And we also kind of feel in the team that the current modes that are in the game aren't really like the best representation of the new gameplay we have. Of course, we didn't have the time to change them, but we've been thinking a lot more in terms of like, what more can we do with the modes? And maybe it's something that's like even less about the lineups, more about like team synergies, more about objective gameplay.
Nice.
So we're trying to think. We're still like we've been in
Capture
this
the
mode
flag or
for
something would be
basically since
huge
we
as a
started thinking
team.
about the last update, which is how can we sort of like bring that agency to players
That's
in many
huge,
different
Jet.
ways that they'll enjoy. I think some people really enjoy making their own lineups and theory crafting like all the different squaddies. Some people want something that's a bit more improvisational.
So I'm gonna, because I saw an interesting question in the chat that is kind of related or no, but the doppelganger mode that we had to remove because with the new squad like mechanics didn't the new fusion mechanics didn't make a lot of sense, and many people actually miss that mode.
Yeah.
And
Doppelganger would still work.
if like there is a way we can bring it back or something similar.
Such a divisive mode. Okay, I'm glad to hear that people like it because I love that mode. And when we went up, people were like, "Oh, doppelgangers, it's the worst
Think
mode."
on Discord too.
I think, but for me, I kind of like that. It's like there's certain mods that it's like you love it or you hate it. So those can be a lot of fun. It wasn't one that I think like we necessarily wanted to kill. Basically, again, because the hero update, it was like we tried to be very fast with it. We wanted to sort of get it out into players' hands as soon as we could so we could kind of validate, are we going in the right direction? What are the sensible next steps? It was sort of like, if
So where's
the
that link
modifier
on
we have
Discord?
doesn't like work immediately, then let's just not waste time trying to figure out what it should be, and let's just sort of shelve it. And then we'll think about it coming up later. Like, what's the proper way of integrating this into the game? So I definitely think Doppelgangers is still in the cards. And actually, Doppelgangers is kind of it's a very interesting mode for the team design wise, because one of the things that we've noticed for people who play Doppelgangers mode is that they are able to understand a lot better, especially newer players are able to understand a lot better what are the different squaddies doing, because you're only playing one squaddie at a time. So I think there's something there. There's something that sort of helps surface like individual squaddie strengths more.
Matching
so I think we'll have to figure out
infinite
how to
potions
do that.
with
Of course, there's some
Trader.
obvious problems with it now. Like you have your starting squaddies and you start with 2. So how does that work with doppelgangers? So yeah, we'll have to sort out the details. But I think that's one that maybe will make a comeback at some point.
Yeah, it's a bit the same as Double Trouble. Actually, that was the one that I meant when I said that, you know, since the fusion system changed, we had to remove that one too, and that was a clear player favorite. And yeah,
Doppelganger was Double Trouble was definitely my favorite one as well.
There's always a possibility. That's interesting. You heard it
Machines
here
away
first.
from the game at all costs. I see that one. I like.
Have to reconnect, got a little sound delay. Also here, sorry.
I get why people
I
don't
love
like it.
machines.
I think with a lot of them, it kind of, one of the things I can feel bad about it is if you're going into a game with a certain intention. I'm going to be playing this way. I'm going to be playing economy. I'm going to be playing PvP. I'm going to be doing PvE. Then a certain modifier comes up, and you're like, crap. Well, there goes my strategy, right? So this is also something we're looking at, by the way the way modifiers are expressed. So, but if you think imagine if you knew that like there was an event and it was about loot machines, and you could sort of tweak your comp to do it so that you would have like a bunch of coins. Suddenly, it might be a bit more interesting. But I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with that one.
Nice. We'll be sure to
Loot
announce
machine
it as
with
soon
that
as
coin
we make a
modifier, with that coin spell
so
would
here's
actually
a
work.
more general.
Yes.
Here's a more general kind of game design question. What's something you believe about game design that most people might disagree with?
That's a good one.
Deep. We're going deep.
There's a lot. Yeah. I mean, because I started server engineer, right? So I feel like I had to learn a lot of these things like just by doing in the hard way, and like game design, it's very tricky because so many things go counter to your.
There's also an after hours with Adrian later on. Jonas here trying his best, and the chat is really toxic in the life. I am not looking the toxic chat, Xenon, because it's like with everything in life, the negativity is louder than the positivity.
Like if I had to pick, one thing, I would say that I really had to learn and have taken to heart. It's that
the game is better than before, and now with him telling us some things
easy to understand and accessible for many
from the
people,
background,
I think that's
that makes sense
than making a good game that's deep and complex and has like a bunch of bits and bobs to it. I mean, ideally you want to do both. I feel like this is like been part of Supercell's brand for a while that we release games that anybody can kind of pick up and play and have fun with, but like the more you get into it, the more you get out of it.
These guys in the chat are all acting like
you want to add some information to a screen that explains something that you want to know. If you add that bit of information to the screen,
game is way better, and the amount of work and time they took to balance and rework the squad is just amazing.
A bit harder to understand.
Definitely.
Or if you say you want to like add a control, like this can give you more control, but then this will require more mechanical like skill from players, and many players might actually find it harder to play. So like everything you add to a game has a cost.
Eshan Tres, I don't know, because they prefer investing time in toxicness and
like
spreading hate and writing negative comments instead of practicing the game and getting better and then enjoy it again.
A comment we got early on a lot was like, should you just add an attack?
If the game would have been released like this on the global launch, no one would have complained about it, even if it would have been different to the beta, but everybody started there and everybody would have get used to it.
Your feeling of control, that's like a different question, and that's like it's almost as important as do you decide to do this thing or not. And
it's just because we are used to how the old version was
a while ago.
And when we get used to the new one, it feels so much refreshing.
Why did Squad Busters launch with such a like like why did it lean so heavily towards the casual players? And it was kind of because of this, right? We wanted, like, we felt, after the betas, we could be very strongly positioned for success if we made a game that was like accessible to to like casual gamers, and that would like let's like sort of have that broad net. We felt we had a shot to do that. It didn't really pan out, I think. But it's always something that you're kind of thinking about as a game designer. Like,
Should I join the
how,
after hours and ask a
how can I
question?
add what I
Like,
need
I have
to
a
add
question in
to
my
create
mind
the
regarding
experiences I want to create
keep
without
the
adding
players,
more
the casual
barriers
players
that will
busy
take
every
people
day.
further away from it.
You have some
Does
good
that make
playing
sense? It's a bit
numbers
complicated.
and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
enjoyable
It makes a
gameplay
lot of
every
sense.
day.
I feel like my only experience in game design is playing Mario Maker a little bit, and that really humbled me quite a lot because it's like there are so many things that go into the process that you don't even think about in terms of feel and psychology and stuff. It makes me wonder, Jonas, some of the people that are watching might be aspiring to become game designers themselves. I wonder if you have any advice for them in terms of kind of where can they start or what should they do to venture into the game design world?
That's a great question. And honestly, it's maybe even a bit deeper than you might even think at first. Like for me, when I was very early on starting to think about becoming a game designer,
Is the chat
it
really
was in
that
a
negative? I
completely
didn't
different
check it
world,
for
right?
now, and that
Games,
should not.
the mobile games industry, the production level of games, all the competition, it was completely different. What are the popular games people are playing? What are the technologies people are using? What's trendy for people? It's always changing. That's part of the job of a game designer. Like I said, you sort of have to humble yourself a little bit, and it's not entirely about what can I bring to the table, but it's also like what are people looking for? So that's one part of it, just sort of being prepared that the landscape is always changing in gaming. What
Yeah, the
people
chat
are
is not too
expecting is always
toxic.
changing.
It's
Your
fine,
competition's always
but it's
changing.
okay. But let's see.
Another thing
There
I
I
would
could see a question
probably
regarding
say
bots in the
is
squad league.
like try many things and then try to find like what's your strength, because there are many aspects to game design. Maybe you're very good at like user interface and information organization and making flows that are appealing to people. Maybe you're good at progression systems, and you know how to make progression layers that really hook people and want to keep playing the game to unlock more. Maybe you're good at gameplay, like moment to moment gameplay. You're good at balancing. Like there's many different aspects that go into game design. And I have strengths, I have weaknesses. I think most people have strengths and weaknesses. Most people have things they want to work with, that they would rather not want to work with, and sort of understanding your strengths is also a very, very important part. And then maybe the last thing I would say would just be like just try it. Like
This
just
guy is a really
a
nice,
lot of
nice
there are
person.
tools out there these days that I
Like
would
I'm
I
coming
would have
from
flipped out
software
about when I was
development,
a
and
kid.
actually,
There are things that like make it so easy.
um,
You have access to like so many libraries, so many
finding a
resources,
developer who
that
is
there's
that
kind of nothing stopping you
open-minded
from just like going out
and
there, giving it a
open
try, and just see what clicks for
answering
you.
those questions
Amazing.
is really
I'm gonna
unique. That's
interrupt because there is
speaks
a
for him.
question
He's a
that
really
keeps
cool
popping
guy.
up. Well, a word that keeps popping up in the chat that is
Yes.
clans.
Plans.
So
We were talking
I
bad
think it
about
would be super
2.0
interesting
before.
hearing
Xenon
from
is good. I want
you,
that to be answered too.
Jonas, about
Yeah.
clans and yeah, just what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I want clans. I've wanted clans for a long time. I think people on the team have wanted clans for a long time. It's one of these things that it's like, you want to add the social features, like these sort of I've been
And you
mentioning
see the
team
fire
modes
in
or
his
those
eyes, so
sorts of
he's
things.
really looking
When
for
you
clans.
have a very clear vision for it, this is something that if there's any old school Clash of Clans players, like you might remember that we were kind of the butt of the joke of our own name for a while, because I think it was like 2 years before we had clan wars or any sort of ability for clans to fight each
Wow.
other. And the game was called Clash of Clans,
I
right?
didn't know
I
that.
think
I
we went
didn't
through a similar
know.
arc here, Squad Busters, but what
It's
was
Squad
the
Busters,
data
not
before
Clan
Heroes? Like
Busters.
95% of people lived to the end of the battle, so it's like, are you really busting squads? Anyways, so like adding clans, it's like it's a big commitment, it's a big feature, it requires
Yeah,
a lot of
Xen.
effort, and also
And I
it's
think
like
so.
you want to get it right. You want to sort of create the experience that is going to resonate with people, because if you just try something
Yeah,
out and it's
Benu,
not really that fun, then it can be a big waste of
definitely.
time.
And
So
they
I
would
I feel
also
like
immediately quit when
it's
they
been
get
on the
busted
team's
every
radar for
time.
a very long time. I think even more than ever with the latest update, because the heroes and the squad building aspect, like the pre-battle squad building aspect, it lends itself so much better to potential team play. Like,
Yeah.
this is one of the things I like doing. You know,
Nice. That
I
sounds
really
good.
like playing duos in squad, and I you know, when I'm doing team play, I typically tend to more of an initiator, like a tank initiator role. So I like thinking about my build in terms of, okay, how can I build myself so I can
Actually, with the
go
current version,
initiate
Clan
on an
Wars
enemy
is easier to
team
do
and
than
then
the
tee
ones
'em up for my
before.
partner to kill them, right? It's like that's the sort of thing that I think now we have at our fingertips with the Heroes update, and we are just gonna have to find
He's
out
a game
what
designer.
what's the rule set, what does the level look like, you know, how long should the match be, should it have respawning? We're evaluating all these things right now, but it's definitely something that's top of mind for us.
Amazing.
Nice.
Well, I think we have time for maybe
Exactly,
one
Xenon.
more question from the chat. If you, Jonas, see anything that you especially want to answer, we'll take a couple moments here to look at the chat and see if anything stands out.
Oh, I can see Trophy Road.
Trophy Road, yeah.
It's not a
Road
question.
I see private
Yeah,
party.
Squad League is kind of in the same boat, honestly. It's like, you know, I get it. The
Give us
the
Binado back.
implementation
Binado
pretty
is still
bare
there,
bones. It has been
broski.
bare bones for a long time. You know, this competitive layer for squad, it's always been a bit of a head scratcher because there's so much variability game to game that it feels like we would need to have some sort of overarching structure that sort of ties games together, gives them a meaningful context, maybe some meaningful time limits. So yeah, the trophy grind, I think it can be
Ranked
much improved.
system maybe, but I'm not sure if ranked would work
There
that
is
good.
also, like,
Trophies would
kind of
work good
related, but about
if
private
it's not an
lobbies, because right now we
inflationary
don't have a way
trophy
to,
system.
You know, to get together with
So
friends
you
and
mean,
just play
like,
for fun, choosing
if you will
modifiers
have
and stuff
trophies
that's, highly
and the
requested
maximum
as
some
well.
guy would get during a season with grinding every
Right.
day
Yeah,
would
for
be
sure.
like
Yeah,
towards
yeah. There was
5k.
even some crazy ideas. Again,
No
I don't want
limit,
to be
but
promising that we won't do it,
just
there's some
because
crazy
of
ideas, like what if you could like
the
unlock and
points
earn
you can
certain
collect, the
modifiers
trophies you
and
can
maps
collect, you
and then,
won't
like,
get more.
create your own lobby and your own tournament flow, these sorts of things. So it's like it's
I mean,
definitely
in
something
Clash
we're
Royale, it's
thinking
also not
about.
possible to get to
But again,
16k
it's one of these things
trophies
that it's like
on
it
the
does make sense to make a bunch of
highest level
time,
there.
or take a bunch of time making an alliance feature or making a leaderboard feature if you're, you know, going to do something like we just did. In
Unrelated note, if you want to have Pinata on your mini,
now,
that would be
that I
nice.
think,
Xenon, just send the
we're getting
request.
into a
Either me or
clearer
my wife
direction
will
as to where we're
accept it.
going. I think all of these things are going to be
Thank you, Xenon,
coming
by
onto
the
the
way.
team quite strongly.
Amazing.
But this guy is
chat,
really cool.
If you aren't already, be sure to join the official Squadbusters Discord. There is a link in the description because we're going to have Jonas answering even more questions right after this stream ends. But Jonas, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and the audience.
Thank all you guys in the stream too, and for hanging with us through a long and tricky update. We're here.
Oh, Xenon, you don't have? Then it's okay. Then we will get it there. No worries.
Amazing.
Thanks, Jonas. And
Thanks,
I'm gonna say
Jonas.
bye because I won't stay for the after hours. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to the stream and
Yes.
see you.
That was
soon.
Thanks,
definitely
everybody. Bye-bye.
a solid, good stream. Yes, Sensei, you're right. That was definitely a nice thing. And guys, that person is not sounding like they're gonna stop the development soon. That guy is really positive and has a really cool idea of what Squadbusters will look in the future, which no one of us knows about yet. So chat, should I join the after hours and ask something regarding the Squad League? Like, or should we just play? Maybe we could play here. Sushi, I need to accept your friend requests. I did not forget you, I just forgot you for a short moment. There we go, accepted you, broski. Yeah, join the after hours, alright. Let me see. That was locked for now. Oh, you're welcome, Sushi. You're welcome, broski. Alright, we can't play a game until then. Let's just lock it in. We're in the Squad League again. So actually, guys, for me, it was a really good talk, the last 30 minutes. And I'm not capping, guys. And I will give that as feedback for the future. If they're gonna do again answering community questions, it is making, in my opinion, more sense to have a developer on board who knows the technical back end. Because I can try, or the community manager could try to answer your questions in detail as much as we want to. We just don't have the technical expertise to answer it in a good way that everybody understands. This guy nails it. Why are no mod? Is this a fake account? This can be only a fake account there. So why you're there is a fake account, but thank you for the good luck wishes. Almost got me there. So for those matches, so for those Q&As, it's very nice and positive to have some person like this there with some good expertise. Add numbers on the health bar. Fair point. And I can tell you a story for some other games. This thing has been raised also in other games, which I played in the past, and there these things got added. As this is also a quality of life improvement to help us understand more how much damage we are doing in this moment. And for example, in Moko, there is a HP, like the life bar is not there with HP filled, but you can see with each damage how much damage you're doing, or aren't we doing that? I think that's the case. Yeah, we can do that. So you can see critical hits and those things. And yeah, why not? Why not? And thank you guys for all being in the stream, appreciate it. So for me, this was a positive stream, I have to say that. Oh my god, I sniped there someone that deadly. I can't move. I couldn't move at all. No. Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate there. Did you see for how long we couldn't move?
Fusion. 5 players remaining.
There's someone farming his mortars a lot. Guys, we hit there so many people in parallel. Not a bad game so far. But we have to hold it tight in the middle. Give me your key, right in time before the middle one.
3 players remaining. Tank. Final stretch.
Oh my god, the potion army. See the tank damage? We couldn't kill the tank there.
30 seconds. Wizard. Mega.
Come on, come again. GG's. Could have gotten that guy. GG's. Good game.
Flawless victory.
How do I join this channel now? Channel is still locked. I can't join. Okay. Ranked is truly necessary. Yeah, but a ranked will not solve the issue we have right now, brother. I want banning and drafting squaddies and strategizing everything like scrimmage. That would be dope if we could ban and select squaddies. Can we all join? Or we should be able to all join Cobra the Discord, but right now it is locked. I mean, it's starting at 15 minutes after, so I'm pretty sure they will open it in time. I don't know why killing Mortis tank is more harder than killing Mortis hero. This thing is undestructible and this is a glitch. I'm pretty sure about it. And with that further record, let me note down the timestamp. I will record it to the devs. Either there's something we don't understand, that sending in the units gives them some invincibility so that you can't destroy them. Okay, then it is his ability, then he's even more OP. But I'm not sure. Not sure about it. I will play squad busters every time if they remove bots. Nah, you won't, Sensei. Everybody who is... Okay, it's open now. Because matches will be harder then, as there are no bots, obviously. I know why is people mad about new star chests. The new star chest is giving even more than it gave before. No, Eshandres, that is simply not correct. The new star chest is better than the old one. Okay, let me see. Can there be a possibility for us to choose the modifiers? No, most likely not. I can't hear anything there. Why can't I hear the channel? Can you guys hear them? Somehow I can't hear them. Edwin is talking, I can't hear them. And it's not my settings. I will join again. Maybe that solves this. No. That's really sad. I can't hear them. Voice and video settings. Microphone output. Yeah, okay, I know why.
Completely different idea for how heroes would work, and it would be something that would be using squad original characters and this weird like
Is it
El
too
Primo
loud
and
or is it
Chico
good,
infused
chat?
together into El Pollo and all this sort of thing. It didn't go that way, but when we've been looking at this sort of like we like the squad IP, we like the squad style. We think that there is like new things we can bring to the Supercell IP. However, at the heart of Squad Busters, it's a mashup game, for all the Supercell characters, and we kind of feel like okay, we
It
have
was the
so many great
false
characters in so
speaker
many different
selected.
games. We kind of should get a priority, at least in terms of playable characters. One exception we've made to this, however, is when it comes to the worlds and the NPCs. We have introduced, characters that are unique to the Supercell world just in Squad Busters. Like for example, the Giant Dragon is one that only exists in Squad. Mega bosses like the Tree Giants, the Mega Mole,
Oh
these
yeah, they
guys.
are
So
only
I
here.
think it's a bit easier to think about doing these when it's the monsters, because and there was the comment about Moko in the live stream. Like there's so many cool monsters in Moko. Like I still think about what would a Moko world look like. So I think there is a pretty good chance that there will be new squad original characters that
Yeah,
are
excellent.
showing up
Most
in
likely,
maps,
but
showing
it
up
has
as
to be enough
monsters
to make
in
a
different
video
modes.
round.
But for
Like
the playable
last
characters,
time
we try to
from
like
the
save the
questionnaire
spotlight
wasn't enough,
for the other great
in my
characters we have
opinion.
in the other games.
Nice. Fingers crossed, because I hope for that one day myself.
Yeah.
Another question we got was, can we expect to see more frequent balance changes or balance updates now that there are more abilities and things to balance?
Yeah, I think maybe it's even good to
I'm doing
sort
good.
of
Highway, how you
step
doing?
back and like talk about the balance in general, because the heroes update, as we were talking about it before, it was kind of tricky because we arrived in this position in the team where we were trying to tweak and iterate things in the main game for a very long time, trying to see like, is there something that like we felt that we weren't quite, and we saw the data, we weren't quite like resonating with the core audience that we thought. So it's like, okay, let's try to be a bit more bold. Let's break the game in more ways, and let's try to really answer these requests by going to the core of the gameplay. We'll add
No, this is
direct
this
control.
is another fake
We'll
Lairs
add
account
options to
or
build your own
because he's no
squad. We'll let you
moderator.
sort of choose your synergies, and it required us basically redoing every single character in the game and redesigning them in many cases. New heroes needed to be completely redesigned from scratch, and we had to do this all in a span of like 4-ish months, 3-4 months. So it's not a lot of time, and I think it's completely valid if you think the balance is not like super tight right now. I think it's not super tight right now. We sort of, and especially because you think about it, there was 35
Yeah,
squaddies.
this guy's banned
Each
now.
one has, well, almost every single one has 5 different abilities. It's just a huge balancing job. So there was, we tried to do what we could, and then we put the game out. We're getting data. We're seeing how people respond. There are a lot of powers that like aren't super great right now. That can be a lot better. There were some that were definitely overpowered, and we gave them a little nerf. But I think that we're like really paying attention now in terms of like, okay, now that we have this out and we're getting real data from real players, what are the next steps we're going to make?
Oh, that sounds great.
Balancing is going to continue. It's not as polished as it was after half a year of balancing after soft launch, and we're going to have to work our way back there. We're going to need a lot more player data. We'll need more feedback, but we'll get there. And the goal definitely is to do balancing updates, more than once per 4 months or whatever it is. So definitely more often.
Nice. When are you planning, or when are we planning on improving Squad League? Will we ever be able to play every mode in Squad League?
Yeah, I commented this also on the YouTube one. I think like Squad League, it's pretty bare bones. Like it has been for a while. It's one of these things that we know people want to be able to compete to see who's like the best. They want to have tournaments.
Get it?
We
I'm
want
listening
know
to it
that.
in the
We wanna
background,
see
bro.
Top players. We want to have a forum for people to enjoy a more competitive version of the game. But it's always been just kind of a grind for trophies and not too much into it other than coming up with your preferred comp, with your preferred lineup. I think we definitely want to do more. But we want to surface something that's more than just a grind for trophies. Maybe something that's seasonal, something that will vary from time to time, so it's not the same. It's like, okay, this season there's like a
I
different
can't
set
move.
of
I can't move
rules,
the
a
full
different set
time.
of, like a different focus on the
GG's.
modes or the modifiers that you're playing, and then this will sort of
Tried
like test
to
your
move
skills
for
in
that
different
long.
ways, incentivize you to change your lineup and provide a different context. So yes, we definitely want to improve Squad League. We want to make more depth to it. We want to make the competitive structure better.
Yeah, it's interesting because in 1.0, that was the main mode that I was playing at the end. But now that 2.0 has come out, I feel more eager to play all of the other modes, interestingly enough. So it'll be cool to see what happens with Squad League going forward.
Yeah, we're chatting about this with Duo too. It's like with this ability to sort of be a lot more intentional with your play style. I think it opens up to a lot like more substantial differences between the modes and ways to express your skill.
Amazing. Someone asked in Discord, how do you decide what character from what game becomes a squaddie or a hero?
Okay, so this is interesting because we were at first thinking, I was teasing
It
this
should
before
be the
that it's like
most
there was,
iconic ones from the
we
games
were
becoming a
going to
hero, and the other
really
ones a
creative
squaddie, right?
places when we were first thinking about who are going to be the heroes, and it was actually a big debate in the team. Like, should we use the existing squaddies and turn them into heroes, or should we come up with new characters and turn them into heroes? I think we want
Nice,
to do
Waddy.
both. At the start, it made more sense for us to take the existing squaddies and change them into heroes. And one of the reasons for this, I don't know if it's super obvious, but we saw that there were certain squaddies in the game that were a bit more like playstyle defining, right? Like if you get in the old game, if you got Archer Queen, like you can start trying to build a ranged squad that's very effective. If you had Trader, used to be one of these ones. You can take a farming strategy and you can try to get gems from farming. So we figured like let's take certain characters that are in the game that already sort of seem to, suggest a play style or have the room to suggest a play style, and let's turn these into heroes. So then it's like explicit. I'm choosing Archer Queen as the hero. So I always get this ability to boost my ranged squad. I always have potency as a ranged attacker. I think now that we have these sort of like core pillars going in, the looking into the future, we're going to be looking at newer characters to bring into the game, especially
Definitely.
because we've been in a bit of a content drought for a while as we've been working on
Going
this
here
update.
for the
So
B.
like new characters, and on both. We want to make new heroes, new squaddies. I think it's going to be the same sort of like determination, right? If we're looking at a character, I'm like, okay, this character seems like it can work as a hero because it suggests, like, we can think of some abilities, or it comes from a playstyle that suggests something that you could build a squad around. Then this is going to be a very good character to make a hero. If it's a
Oh,
squaddy
got
that's
one
more like,
real
oh yeah, it
there.
has this cool thing that's like, useful in certain situations, but it's not really gonna like synergize with a bunch of our other characters, maybe this is a better character for a squaddy. So a lot of it is like trying to choose characters that you can build play styles around. That's gonna be one of the most important things, as
That
whether it
sounds
becomes a
really
hero or
cool.
squaddy. That said, I know people are here in the team are like including Paula, are very eager to know like if the players want to like, oh, this squaddy, you absolutely should make it a hero. I absolutely need to play the Dr. T, the Dr. T,
No.
hero. Then maybe maybe that'll happen. But I think right now we're looking at new characters to sort of bring in and buff up the ranks, because it's been a while.
Nice. Okay, hot question incoming, Jonas. It is
I'm
about
ready.
style
Get on it.
ticket, my friend. What does the future of cosmetics look like? It seems we get a lot of style tickets with little to use them on.
I think that is very fair. And the style tickets was kind of like the whole history of cosmetics in the game. It was a bit of a strange fit, because when like again, this is one of these things that maybe if you were playing way back during the betas, we had style tickets back then and we had skins back then, but this was a version of the game that had no evolutions, right? So we were initially thinking when we went to global, like no skins. We produced a ton of skins, no skins. The evolutions are the skins. We put a lot of effort into trying to make the evolution skins like very cool, very impactful. Then of course,
Units
people still want skins,
gone.
right? So like, okay, well we have the skins, let's release them. Let's put style tickets out to cover them. But I think there's been this feeling that we want to be able to surface like better skins. We want to also balance the
Again,
hero
I
journey,
couldn't
the hero
move there,
reward
GGs.
by having cosmetic content in it, because
Take it.
that's exciting. And also you can't have every single thing in the hero journey be like you get more damage, you get more abilities. It's like a very good place to serve cosmetics. So I think it's kind of an open question in the team now, like when we're going to be looking at adding more cosmetic content. What's the balance of this content going into hero journeys? What's the balance of this content going into the shop with style tickets? For this latest update, which again kind of put a pause on all the content production for a while because it was so big, the thinking was we have to prioritize the hero journeys because we want the hero journeys to be interesting. Now that I
Hero
think
journeys
we're
are
adjusting
interesting,
to that,
chat.
and we're sort of like, I think finding a better balance for serving the cosmetics through the hero journey. I think we can again start thinking about, what do we do with the style tickets? There's a lot of them. You get them in many places, and I'm sitting on a bunch of style tickets too. So I think we definitely want to try to find something you can do with them.
Nice. And I was reading through the chat, and it seems I maybe misunderstood one of the questions. So I'm going to read out their correction. It says, why are characters from games like Boom Beach not being added at all? I think that was maybe a different question, but maybe you can answer it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. We can go into like specific IPs, like Boom Beach. Boom Beach is one.
But Boom
So
Beach, we
like
got
Boom Beach,
characters
it
from
does
Boom
have
Beach.
it is actually one of these games that
Heavy Tank,
it
Dr.
sort of
T.
lend itself a bit more towards NPCs. So we have, the beach world, and it has the rifleman and the warrior and all these guys. Uh, for the actual roster of characters in Boom Beach isn't super huge. We have some. Maybe this is actually a good opportunity now that we have heroes. We look at Boom Beach because we have the commanders in Boom Beach, right? Maybe those might be a bit of a better fit for the game, for the hero game that we have now. But I think, you know,
Heaven again here.
I would like to
Broski.
know like what would be, if we were to say like to the players,
Coincidence.
what's one
Hopefully.
unit from Boom Beach that you would want to see in squad? What would it be? Would it be Cryoneer? Would it be like you sort of have to pick them carefully, and we want to have a character that is very unique. We don't want to pick a character like for example Rifleman, right? This isn't a character we would pick to be squatty because all it really does is just shoots a bullet, right? And there's tons of characters that shoot a bullet. If we were to try to make him into a squatty, we would need to go super deep into like, let's come up with some, let's dig into the lore of the Rifleman and let's try to give him some cool abilities for it. It's like, no, just make him an NPC. He's part of the world. He shoots a bullet. It's simple. But this is a credit to Boom Beach. A lot of the units there are very simple. They don't have too much to it. Like we were talking about Heavy in the squad live. Heavy is one of these units that, part of the reason I think why he takes the crown of a unit that's gone through so many changes is because, again, Heavy in the base game, pretty simple unit. He just sits there and he just sprays a bunch of bullets. So we have to think about hunker down. We have to think about boosting attack speed. We have to think about boosting health. And, it would be really, units in other games that have a very clear identity, a very clear play style, those are going to be the ones that we look to first. But then, again, if we get feedback that's like, we really want to get this certain Boom Beach character, it does something really cool in the game we want to do in squad, then of course we can add more Boom Beach characters.
Nice. Well, now, since we're slightly short on time, let's go through the chat and find some questions that are happening right now live for anybody that may have missed asking a question and in the channel previously. So I saw one. Let me see if I can find it here. Koala asked, why are you aiming the revenue of the game and selling hero points instead of selling cosmetics like Moko is doing? Not sure if you can get into that, but that's an interesting one there.
Yeah, that's a deep one, and that gets into sort of like a lot about the strategy of the game. I think, the hero progression, that's something that we, it's been a big source of discussion in the team. We want it to be something that has a lot of depth to it. I think one criticism that we had valid criticism we had for the squaddies that we've been also considering is that the upgrade path is maybe a bit shallow. Like there's some very big impactful upgrades that you get, but there are very few of them and they're pretty far between, right? So we tried to rebalance this a bit in the last update so that it's not quite as hard. For example, like it doesn't take 10 ultras to get an ultimate anymore, right? You can get those a lot faster. But then we still have this thing where it's like, yeah, well, there's only so many steps we can give. So when we're looking at the heroes, we're thinking, okay, we want this to be a lot richer, a lot deeper. We want there to be a lot more steps, a lot more bits you can unlock and sort of like build a full kit. So for us, it felt kind of natural that this would be what we would focus the economy on. For example, like changing the quests, right? This is something that before it just used to give coins, and coins was kind of this everything currency. You could use it for whatever you wanted. When we changed it to hero points, at least my feeling was that, okay, I suddenly care a lot more about the quests because this is a specific currency that has a specific use. I have choices into sort of like which hero do I want to make stronger.
You're so slow here.
I think we still want to be quite gameplay forward with this. We want to be surfacing meaningful gameplay upgrades so that it's not just a matter of you get a hero and it's fully kitted out and there's not really too much you can do to improve the hero. We want to sort of mirror the same experience you get when you go through the squaddies that you kind of build up over time and you get to sort of unlock deeper parts of their kit.
Nice. Another question from the chat was, will you add a setting to set resolution on tablets to be the same as phone resolution?
Yeah. Tevin, GG's. Yeah, and then turning
on tablets. Oh man, I think I might need to
time
get
to report that guy
over here to answer this one. I know that there's like some things that can be improved with the iPad resolution. There's some issues there. I think this is, we always want to try to support all the different devices that we can. iPad sometimes gets a bit of an afterthought because so many players, play on the phones. I definitely think it's something that people want to look at. It's definitely a minority device, so we'll definitely be looking at phones, iPhones, Android phones first. But you know, as we sort of iron out the issues with those devices, which there have been plenty. I'm sorry, in this last update, you know, people have been experiencing crashes and everything. That's really been the focus right now. Like, get that stable, and then we can start looking at improving these things on the other devices.
Amazing. Someone asked about the Trader Potion damage reduction, but if you want to hear his answer to the Trader Potion, he went into depth on the Squad Live. It's on our YouTube channel. You can find that there. Let's see what other questions.
I think we can leave now, as they are short of time anyway, so it won't take that long. But regarding that question with the tablet resolution, I actually kind of like how it is. Like, we have bigger screen, we can easier see things, and we can easier throw in spells and abilities. So we have an advantage. The disadvantage is that we can't see left and right. You know? We can't see that much to the left and right. So that's a fair point. Yeah, just some settings. Let us customize the game to be able to play it how we want to play it. And also, like, the HUD. That we can customize the buttons. Alright. Now, wait that we not run into him again. So let's see if Heaven is stream sniping us. But actually, some really positive things there coming out. Kinda like it. Kinda like it, chat. Drogo is here. We are in the same range now. Greetings. But please, guys, in general, same as the games before, don't join intentionally. Therefore, we are doing the custom rooms. Ooh. That was not too good. Lol. That was a one shot. Was that the glitch, chat? Was that the glitch? That looked like the glitch, or? Arrow didn't work there. Very nice. Or did work in the false way. Hey guys, buy your sandwich me. This freaking tank completely stun locking is not too nice since you can't kill the tank.
line open. Colonel Russ. Mega.
Drogo coming again for me instead of finishing the other guy. I can't move. Almost survived it. But they were all going for meeting and Drogo. Seriously. Just go for the other ones. GG's. Taking the third. Was still a nice fight. Couldn't do more. But third scrims now we finished. Nice. GG's, Cobra. Does anyone know where I can play Squad Busters scrims? Yeah, there. There's a Squad Busters scrimmage server. I have 8k trophies. Nice, Tyler. Nice. Okay. You shortly stop searching. But to see something. Okay. Back. We can switch back. Hopefully not meeting the same guys. It's kinda annoying, but it will be different on Sunday. Hey, just watched the After Hours live in the Discord, and I really think they should do more Q&A, especially with some devs. Yeah, I said it as well. It's so much better to have the dev on board instead of just making a Q&A with some answers hard to understand. Invite people. There's the link in the chat. Okay. Not finding games. Hey, Cretinatious, welcome. They're lucky. I did post the scrimmage Discord in the chat. Great invite. Went to job fair, giving interviews for hours, then groceries for a few hours. Oh yeah, now you're exhausted, Angry Tuber. I can see it. Hopefully you're still doing good. BLG, welcome. Yeah, the devs are the ones who knows, and also they know why something is, for example, not working. You're welcome. So for me, today's dev talk was very positive. I have to say that. Tiredness kicking in, yeah. I can see that. Why are we now in this mode? I did select even Squad League. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, chat, this is annoying. If I would have at least the starter squaddies I want to start with. Now have to be careful since there is no no trader here for me. But it is what it is, chat. That was now really weird that we did get into this one. that bot dodging, running away from the spell? Yeah, and there's someone with Trader Potion in the middle. That's gonna be for sure hard to fight him. I have no clue how, only if I would steal a potion of him or my teammate. Teammate has a trader. It's very sad, chat, we don't get a potion here. And just go there for some party damage and then crash in again as soon as we have our spells ready. Yo, that should be an elimination. As soon as he gets access to the potion, the enemy. Okay, we got a team heal here now. Sad thing is we don't have good blow off. I got one. I got almost one. Yeah, we get them. Boom. Good that the teammate got the potion there. Got some supportive damage there. GG's. You will find it out, Delachi. They are announcing the scrims on the Discord. They are announcing it there. It's hard when you don't have trader and full of real people. Yeah, John Mary Clay, they were not full real play people. There were two real enemies. So it's also possible without a trader. You can't go in every fight. But in duos, it's almost impossible to counter a double stack trader team. You know why? Because you have to time it perfectly that you are fighting them when they don't have the potion activated. And if the two duo teammates play together, most likely one of them has it activated. Welcome, Jumplex. Welcome. Did we meet in game there or what did happen? Teammate played it really well. Stringlow. GG is Stringlow. So why are you always running ahead, BLG? Oh, I don't know. As long as I can imagine doing content, I'm wearing ahead. And when I go outside, okay, when I play table tennis, not, but if I go outside, it's also there, the head. So why not, broski? Other guys wear a clock. I never was feeling comfortable wearing a clock in my life. Yeah, exactly, Angry Tuber. Hello. Do you remember me? I'm a fan from beginning with you in the class. Ibrahim, yeah, I remember your name somehow, but very long time, isn't it? Welcome, brother. How are you doing? My healing spell was not working there again, and I was smashing the button all the time.
remaining. Leon.
Not a too good start here.
Traitor. Traitor. Fusion.
That was the fastest speed in the early game. The Mortis has an advantage there. Oh, the button is not working at all in this one here. I have to really...
Six players remaining.
It makes sense to take this one since it turns straight into Mega. I saw they still have a unit which could get fused, but I lost them before.
Five players remaining. Crushing it.
And again, guys, my healing button was not working. I had to smash it that freaking many times.
2 minutes. Three players remaining.
Bats being protective there. Here is the other guy running around. We will get a potion here. Oh yeah, still don't have a tank.
Fusion. Final stretch. Wizard. Mega.
Healing button doesn't want to play this game.
Seconds.
Why the Scotty's not following me?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we had a huge sound delay. That was an issue. Yeah, the button don't work sometimes. Hope the dev can fix it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will fix it soon. Is Dom, how are you doing today? I'm alright, boss. How are you doing? Thanks for asking. That sound delay was very bad. Thank you for the follow there on Twitch, on TikTok. Welcome, brother. say thank you. Bring a what? A watch. Yeah, a watch, I mean. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dustin. I didn't hear the sound of the subscription. Dustin, with the tier 1 sub on Twitch. Appreciate it, guys. Hearts in the chat for Dustin. Didn't see it. Or DSTN. Not sure. Could be Dustin, right? Got 500 hero points a day. First time. Nice, Angry Tuber. I'm always late for the live. Nah, boss, you're not too late. Heart, Angry Tuber. Okay, fair point. So thank you, DSTN. I didn't see it before. Somehow didn't hear the sound. 8 minutes ago. No! Dustin is correct. Perfect. Hard. Yeah, exactly, Angry Tuber. Like this. Oh, why it feels so laggy today. Let's play one round of Gem Hunt. Or we have to switch to the Moody's. The more the combi works well, boss. Yes, sir. Yeah, Angry Tuber, that shows how tired you are. You're already overtired. Coming around with these jokes, brother. It's nice that you're here. Hopefully everything is working off for you in those talks on the fair. I like the new update, Memsi. That is nice. Lol, you just did really change your name that I can spell it. I was looking for it before. And the other name was shown indeed that I could speak it out. Nice. Brain isn't braining. Yeah, same for me sometimes. Often. But the good thing is, yes, we have the 3 giant mode here. You have a freaking crackety crack. Perfect. So from that perspective, actually crack should be a valid pick.
Dominance. 9 players remaining. 8 players remaining. 7 players remaining. Unstoppable. Leon.
Already can see myself dying due to the bug here.
Nice move. 6 players remaining. Poco.
That was the unit I needed before.
Fusion.
Oh, we eat their everything. Okay, now we get the trader back, finally.
2 minutes. Poco. Mega. 4 players remaining.
Ah, I can tell you, chat, this is a way more lagging. This was so laggy. Ah, his tank again, maybe. GG's. I couldn't move at all. Is the tank, when he's firing that fast, the real issue why we sometimes can't move? Or like the damage, whenever we're taking damage, we're getting slowed down. And it feels like when the tank hits you, you get this little stun. And he's that fast that we're getting perma-stunned? I don't know. But GG's. No, we're gonna go for... have to go for Mortis. Oh, like that. I really tried to move. It may look like I didn't try to, but I really tried to. When Mortis sends out the summon, it stuns you. No, he didn't send it out. It was... the tank was perma-stunning us with his shots. Like, when Mortis sends out, you get stunned one time. And slowed down afterwards with each hit of the bat. But the tank has like a knock-up. And tank invincible anyway. That is, we had that already at the start of the stream. Best startup is Mortis. What do you mean? The units or this? Well, the tank is broken. I think the descending ability is broken. Because the same happens to the grab and knee dive, I see it correct. But these units are not getting played that often, so we can't see it that often that these things are invincible. But the tank itself is strong already alone. Tank is respawning in the tank after like 10 or 15 seconds if you defeat it, so that Squaddy has two lives. Beside the high damage and the high HP, so if you kill him once, it's getting even worse, because the tank girl can come back into another tank. Let's see if we can, Yeah. Also not taking damage. Can you see the damage there of the teddy bear? Did you see that, guys?
Crushing it. 9 players remaining. Nice. 8 players remaining.
So that I think it is. Maybe this is a thing we don't know about Mortis' ability. Like damage reduction by, I don't know, 100%. Where that beer is punching, there is no further crest on the floor.
Dominance. 6 players remaining.
I tell you guys, Tank and Nida together with Mortis, Tank and Nida together with Mortis is absolutely top notch. And right now, the Mortis ability is not even leveled, so it will become more powerful on higher level, like more damage, and I think more HP. For the send units, like the summoned units. And if a tank is sent in, I count that as a summoned unit, so it should profit from that buff as well. But Nida is not knocking up. So that is kind of unique ability to the tank.
Final stretch. Nice. Gem line open. 2 players remaining.
And we got also the skeletons. Let's see if they are invincible. And send in. Yep, they are not taking damage. Or no, they are taking a little bit. Nita feels super tanky, skeletons not. Which level is your Mortis? I'm asking because he is increasing the summoner squaddies and summoned units to beer. It's only one-time leveled, the lifesteal from the bats. Everything else is not leveled or unlocked. It's like 90% damage reduction, yes. Maybe, yeah, 90%, I think, maybe even a little bit more, like 95. Like it feels really, really cut to almost 0. Take coin push and trade there, you get potion all the time. Yes, Mr. A, but this is not how I'm playing it. I'm playing with the powerful fireball, my friend. And the other spell that helped me and carried me through the tournament to escape the heal. I missed after hours. Did we get something important? You were even there writing in the chat, broski. The same questions you were asking in the official chat. No, you didn't miss anything. Some good answers there. We are respectful people. Our fireball asked for permission before landing on somebody. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We are asking them, hey, are we allowed that the fireball touches your head just really carefully? You would appreciate it? Player says, yes, we hit him. If no, you're not hitting it. Yes, they drop coins, and if you, for example, throw over one of the guards, they can farm your coins as well. So they are permanently, if they drop the royal guards to the outer side, they are themselves farming in the middle, and the guards are farming on the outer side. I was confused here. I could move there again. It was not the corner. I tried to steer to the top. And then these fast moves in between. Oh, we got tank. That's beautiful. Send it. How did he get that potion? Tell me, chat. No way! I cut off the bee like that. How we fight good versus him there?
2 minutes.
Where did the tank run to? That was looking funny. It really looks like the tank having some knock up there. There we could see it better. Oh, we got a healing station.
3 players remaining. 2 players remaining. B fusion. 30 seconds left.
Oh, there was a Mortis, a Ruffs even. GG's.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
You take the W. Royal King players are always charged up. It's so annoying. He's like a shield that cannot be defeated. Yeah, and with every chest, you're gonna get your meat shield again around you. That's like the... Also one good advantage of him. Tank is easy to kill, Tyler. You have no clue. If you send in a tank with a Mortis, he is indestructible. That's most likely a bug right now. So don't say that the tank is easy to kill if it is glitched and has infinite HP, my friend. Not going to lie, tank might need a little a small nerf, like nerf her health in the form without her tank, so she's easy to kill. Without the tank, she's actually easy to kill. But maybe make the tank lose HP over time. Hey Mickey, I'm alright today. How are you doing? Thanks for asking. Yeah, actually a dark day, but you guys made already that I feel better. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for all your support. You're amazing, chat. Amazing. Hey, that was actually a nice game there. Yeah, I know you know. Angry. Change back again. So bots are behaving different in Squad League and normal Gem Hunt. Send you DM Stormy, important question for you, my love. I can check it. Not sure if if I can help there. Because I can tell you the standard answer for this. They coming. Tell him to contact the support. Happening for every game where I was partnered with in the past. And let's see. Hit the dash there. There's another guy coming. There we could see the bat damage. And now we have again that scenario. That I didn't take a tank. I didn't take the trader. See, the tank did turn instant invisible. He was taking damage. I send it in. And he turns back full HP, not taking any damage. Have to take now a trader. Grohl is again here. Grohl, why are you doing that?
2 minutes left. 4 players remaining.
Don't tell me this is now coincidence. First time I was like, okay, this is definitely coincidence. But now feels weird. I can't move again. What is this about? I really try to move away, but it's impossible sometimes. Should have decided way earlier to move away, I know.
30 seconds.
Oh. But it is what it is.
2 players remaining.
GG's.
Trader. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish.
You can stun the tank. Yeah, you can stun the tank. You can stun the tank. Is there a squad talk for tomorrow? No. There was a squad developer talk today already. And the Saturday thing you are referring to is called Squad Up, not Squad Talk, my friend. Still a GG's. Still the GG's. So please don't join intentionally. Did even switch in between the modes and then beating again, even though I did do some break in betweens. Looks at least sus. Which hero is the best, Venki? Oh, there's a video on my channel about it, where I'll check out the heroes in detail and for which playstyle which hero suits the best. And definitely recommend you to watch it. There is in the chat. There we go. There we go. Tommy, do you like the units attacking as you move your moving change? That is nothing bad, 90s kid. As long as it is running fluent, it is fine, but sometimes I saw that, for example, for Max and also for the Lean. Don't ask me why, maybe they are placed in the back line. But that they were standing more in the back line. And we were not able... Like, we were able to move, but we were not able to move with them. And if something like that happens, it's not good that they are attacking while moving. But in general, I liked it. Change. Saw myself already dying from the glitch. Did the tank even move back, or is he still waiting there on the top side for a recall? Yeah, that's impossible then to keep on moving in slim ways, where the tank can block like the complete way. There we got stunned by his send-in, yeah, but this is over after a little while. Sad thing is we didn't get a tank yet, couldn't farm one. GG's, we take it. Squally only today? I'm not sure about it. We played already some normal gem hunts and some duos at the start. Like you have hatched all my points on Archer Queen, so please, Domi, be the biggest advocate for her and tell them to keep buffing her directly or indirectly because she feels like the second weakest right now. She's not the second weakest. But I know what you mean. Like, I can tell you one thing, she's getting picked pretty less as far as I know. So maybe you're gonna see a buff of her. But I have no information about future buffs right now. Upgrade the most hero that you played him a lot like me. Yeah, upgrade the hero you're enjoying the most. I've seen the video but still confused. Just tell me any one hero so I can upgrade him, Venki. But you have to figure it out yourself, because I can tell you now to play this and then you don't enjoy it and will then install or play me for that. And that would be not nice. Like, I can recommend at the moment, if you're new to the game, go for Royal King. But if you want to enjoy the game with some crazy fights, most likely Mortis would be my go-to squaddy. But against Mortis, Archer Queen is kind of hard, I have to say that, not gonna lie. Curious about max level BK, yeah, me too. But what should I say, versus bots it was not feeling too overpowered, but this is not saying anything. Don't blame you, it's okay, like Barb King more, so I guess I will upgrade him. If you enjoy Barb King, then go for him. And late game, you're definitely not doing something wrong with the BK giving you a rage spell. Nice, King Brian, congratulations. And thank you guys for all being here, appreciate it. Much love to you. Thank you. Oh, we were already starting here. Why some bots decide to go that early for the tank? Like, that starter setup of these bots is... They are really bots, not calling out any player here being a bot. The guy was already back at full HP, so we couldn't do something. That was a one-shot again. So how is it possible? You see which unit we are missing? Yes, sir. It's of course again the trader. Not good. Now we have a way too expensive chest here and I have no winning condition. Besides the fact I have gems, but this is not helping me to win. Had to leave that fight. Even though that was my key there. We were again carefully asking for if we are allowed to hit with that spell. And we weren't there this time.
10, 9, 8, 7,
It's fine. We're taking the second. GG's. Good fight there. Which hero you like the most? I like the most Mortis. Do you know if currently more than 2 squads are fighting very closely? Is there a priority for who picks up the gems of busted units and NPCs? It should be in the favor of that guy who busts them. But I don't know. Like, this is nothing I can guess, and I don't have the in-depth knowledge about it. So overall, each hero has their own advantage and disadvantages. Yes, Centers. In my opinion, that is totally right, chat. Should I do that tomorrow, chat? That we stream early and I create a new account and we try to get as close as possible towards the squad league? Like making that experience and seeing what is now with the progress, how it is looking when you're starting. I wanted to create some content around that. Like right now we are flying on a high wave here since we have almost all the units maxed out, and like we don't know the struggle of having only 2-star units. So the idea was that I start over again tomorrow in the stream, making it an early stream. Let's see. Let's see. Mega boss showdown with the well-balanced bosses. That was kinda crazy when these bosses were so overpowered. Free-to-play account, yeah, some progress, but nothing crazy. For sure, far away from being maxed out. But I would say the important units are already on a good level. While farming, again, I couldn't move. Yeah, I should not go in when I'm already that low. I can't. This is too laggy. Why is this so... not laggy, but slow today sometimes? The last fight, that was my bad. But before, I couldn't move again. Maybe it's just my brain too slow today. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going offline for today. Since in around an hour, I'm leaving anyway. Playing some table tennis. 37 and brain lag is real for me some days, for me as well. So I'm playing some table tennis. Hopefully then getting a fresh mind for tomorrow. So yeah, let's see if we're gonna do tomorrow morning an early stream or how we do it. Maybe just casual stream and going for some custom rooms. I would be down for that. So thank you everybody that you have been here. Really appreciate it. Have a good rest. Stay safe and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye bye everyone.